holiday shopping rush has already begun, and if you're a small business owner, now's the time to get yourself out there and draw people to your store. Here with tips to do so this holiday season is the president of Chick Media, Meghan Rothschild. Good morning, Meghan. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, good morning.
An interesting topic today, social media.
Yes.
And using social media to help drive sales this time of year. 'Cause we know a lot of small businesses make or break these next 5-6 weeks.
I know. And it's still a free form of media, right? We know that sometimes they really want us to pay for advertising and all of that, but you can actually tell a really great story. You can talk about the sales that you're offering. You can talk about any holiday specials or events that you might have. You can really sell the lifestyle of whatever your product is,
Right.
and build it into people's thought when they're thinking about Christmas gifts.
You know, I remember when I was growing up in the ad industry, there was this shotgun approach. You never did that. You never just did everything at once.
No.
You had a strategy, and it's the same thing with social media. Have a strategy.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, right now you've got your early shoppers, right? So your people who are going to be done with their shopping before December even hits. Then you're going to run into the majority of us, which are like sort of shopping in the middle of the month. And then there's, of course, our last
guys
minute
like me.
shoppers. So you want to figure out, how do you capitalize on that? Do you offer like a flash sale? Do you make it free shipping overnight or something like that? Really figure out what your customers do when they regularly purchase with you and try to build in that holiday timeline, if you will.
And also, if you're doing like a one-day deal, you know,
Yes.
some sort of special,
Yeah.
but create a strategy.
And flash sales are great because it's like there's a sense of urgency, and you want to say to people, this, you know, the price is going to increase at midnight, so
Right.
you've got to do it now, or supplies are limited, right? If you're not going to offer 100 of these things, there's only limited supplies available. That can sometimes encourage people
You know,
to
one
buy.
of the things that frustrates me a lot as a consumer is social media and website aren't
Not
always
syncing.
in sync. You know,
Yes.
you've got data or information on one area that's maybe not complete or incorrect
Right.
on the other, but making sure those two are in sync is so crucial.
Absolutely. And also acknowledging that it's holiday season on your website right now.
Yeah.
So if you are running, again, a special on something, or there's a product or a service that you offer that makes more sense around the holiday time, make sure that that is front and center. That can be the thing that's on your landing page. You want to make it easy for people to access that information quickly.
You know, you talk about easy. I think the pandemic showed this ease of payment.
Oh my
and
gosh.
and I understand it, having been a small business owner myself. You're trying to cut corners where you can.
Right.
You know, you're trying to save money. Payment plans, a lot of Venmo is easy. It's free. So is Google Pay.
Yeah.
But not everybody has those. But one of your ideas is make sure you have multiple payment options.
Well, the other thing about Venmo that I don't love is you have to pay cash. It's coming out of your bank account. And
Right.
we live in America. Everyone's putting everything on their credit card during the holiday
Exactly.
season because they want the points, right? Whether they have a really great travel credit card or they get cash back or whatever. So not accepting credit card is going to frustrate your consumer base, and it's probably going to turn away some of the sales. And so I always say, like, I know it's a pain in the butt, but get QuickBooks for small business, right?
Yeah.
It's not that bad,
Right.
and it's not that expensive. The fees aren't great, you know, aren't terrible, and you can make it so much easier if you can accept credit card from people.
Oh, absolutely. Multiple payments. And again, make sure your website and your social media talk about that so
Yes.
people can say, oh, well, I've got X credit card or debit card or whatever.
Right.
The payment is easy, and if
Yes.
it's easy, you'll get more shoppers.
We definitely want it to be easy for people.
Speaking of shopping, if you have the time and the ability, one of the things you suggest is an in-store event. Tell me a little bit about that.
People are in a very festive mood. They want to go out with their significant other, with their friends, with their parents, and do these shopping experiences, if you will. So going to your store, maybe there's cookies that you baked, or they have little champagne toast in store. There's some sort of incentive that gets people inside, whether it's a sale that you're only running within the store if they buy in person. That adds to the festive holiday environment. Even though everyone's busy, we sort of pause a little bit in December and make time for these opportunities. And I think if you can swing it and you can do an in-person event, you might just get some nice sales on that day.
You know, one thing I remember about a decade ago, American Express, the corporate
Yeah.
credit card, they coined the phrase Small Business Saturday. They
Yes,
started
yep.
that, but that has blossomed into really a global movement. And one of the things small business owners should do is talk about they're a small business.
Oh yes, that is, I don't think a lot of people realize when you make a purchase at a small business, you are literally helping someone pay their bills or
Right.
helping them pay their own salary. And it really is important. And I think if you can capitalize on that, and I've seen a lot of small businesses doing it, and I think it's working out really well, just reminding people, I'm your neighbor.
Right.
And if you buy from me, you're supporting your neighbor.
And that small business supports the community. They're Little League
Right.
sponsors. They're
Yes.
sponsoring the art show. They're doing all this other community
Yep.
stuff.
They might be hiring other vendors that are local. Exactly. Yeah.
Megan Rothschild, it's great information as we head into the holiday season. My best to you and your family this holiday.
Yes, happy
Good seeing
holidays.
you.
Thank you.